Here we are at CenturyLink Field for this exciting matchup between the Broncos and the Seahawks.
Hello, friends. Jim Nantz alongside Phil Simms. We got a game here that
City, the standards are just as high. It's Elway leading the drive. And going back to back with Sharp and Shanahan. In Denver, they still win for John. These are the Broncos. In Seattle, home field means everything. As reliable as a Steve Largent catch. And as steady as Walter Jones. Doing it for the 12th man. These are the Seahawks.
The anticipation is mounting here as both sides get set for this matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks here at MetLife Stadium. Phil, you get to the Super Bowl, you have that extra week off, and then you have all the scrutiny. All the insane amount of publicity is got to be draining before the big game.
No, Jim, you know better than that. You and I laugh about it all the time. These players love it. You can't talk about them enough. What do you think about me? Tell me more. We love it. So they can't wait to get a chance to go out there and play today and see who's the best.
Jim Nantz and Phil Simms at Super Bowl 48, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Partner, we're ready to find out the best one.
Yeah, we are, Jim. And you know, the players, there's so many thoughts that go through your mind. But you know what? If you win this game, you know what it does to you and all your teammates and coaches and even the fans. You're bonded forever about this moment that you have a chance to create.
And let's check in the latest from the sidelines. Here's Danielle Bellini.
Thanks, guys. It's a big moment here at Super Bowl 48, and none of the players or coaches are overlooking it. They recognize the magnitude of tonight's game, and guys, we've seen the nail biting. You can literally feel the nerves down here, but both teams believe that once we just get going, the butterflies will go away, and they'll be focused on winning the biggest game of their lives.
Danielle, thank you very much. Now we'll go to the field. It out to about 27 before he's taken down. One of the biggest icons ever at quarterback, Peyton Manning. They face first down.
Peyton Manning from the shotgun.
Looking for a receiver on the left side here. Almost intercepted.
One of Peyton's favorite targets is wide receiver Eric Decker.
Eric Decker finds a way, Jim, every game to get behind the defense 2 or 3 times, and Peyton Manning loves that about him.
Second down and 10. Looking for an open receiver on the right. The tackle was made, but the first down is picked up.
When you're a quarterback throwing against zone defenses, look for the open space. That's what he did that time. He found it, and the receiver ran in there and made the catch.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion.
Manning's got it in the gun.
Under fire on that throw. One of the keys to this Seattle defense is Earl Thomas.
Earl Thomas, probably the fastest safety in the National Football League. They let him stand back there and truly play center field. He reads the quarterback and then tries to go and make those plays.
Looking to the right side and throwing. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
What a way to start the game on offense. Picking up another first down for them. They are in rhythm, and now no matter what they call, they're going to feel like they're going to make it happen.
Incomplete, almost going in the other direction. A lot of athleticism on display right there. 2 battling for the football, and no one able to come away with it.
Well, you said it right. 2 tremendous athletes, but a good job by the defense that time. They won out. When you talk about throwing the football into open space, that's almost always against zone defenses. That's what we saw that time. Good job by the quarterback throwing it in there.
And picks up the first.
Good job by the quarterback that time. He doesn't panic. He reads that it's a zone, and you have to wait for the receivers to get in between the defenders. Nice throw and catch.
Touchdown! That's the first one here at the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl is like no other game out there. It's so big. The tension is so much more than the other playoff games. And when you score first, that is a big, big deal. More than anything, it's a great relief to get that out of the way.
The Seahawks now will have their chance to respond with their first drive. The score's 7-0. And they crash into him, ending the return at the 20-yard line. Wilson's heading out now. He'll, of course, be leading this offense today. Baldwin's lined up now as a slot receiver. 1st and 10. Challenging the defenders to the right side. What a hit, and the ball falls incomplete. Coming off a breakthrough 2012 season, Golden Tate, wide receiver for the Seahawks.
Yeah, he was tremendous in 2012. You always have to be worried about Golden Tate. Knows how to make spectacular catches, and Russell Wilson has tremendous faith in him, and we're always trying to give him a chance to catch the ball, even when he's covered.
This defensive front has been the talk all week long. And Phil, we met with them in our production meetings this week. They know they'll have a chance to get to the quarterback today. Miller's playing out of position in the backfield here. He'll be brought down, but not before picking up the first down.
When you have a quarterback that can throw the football like this guy, even though it's 3rd and 10-plus yards, he makes a nice throw for the first down.
They've got a first down now after that catch. Throws the pass. Tackled down right around the 48.
Well, Jim, I always say it's about deception when you're playing offense. That time, the play-action fake by the quarterback was so good, the defense didn't even see that he still had the football, and he throws it down there for a nice completion.
The Seahawks get a first down.
You know, when you throw the football like that down the field, you pick up a first down. Now you can do anything you want on the offensive side, and you got that defense guessing.
First down, throwing again. An incompletion right there, but it really should have been an interception.
That's interesting. As you watch the receiver trying to make that catch, he knew the defender was close, so he didn't put all of his heart into it. The defender made a nice hit and knocked the football out to the ground. The quarterbacks and receivers in this NFL now are so good. It's so easy for them to throw and catch and just keep picking up those first downs.
Here's the first snap after the big play. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. They keep fighting for every inch, every yard as they move closer and closer to the end zone.
This offense, they fit perfectly with the head coach. He's a tough guy.
In the promised land. Touchdown.
Good job by the offense. They get in there. They tie this game up. Now we'll see if the defense can take advantage of that momentum and keep it on their side.
Inside of the uprights. Got a tie game now. Getting set to kick it off. The score's 7-7. And he's out across the 20 and tackled at the 21. First and 10. Manning still got the football after the play fake. And they knock him down just a yard away from the first.
I think the best thing to say about that play, it's just it gained a few yards, so that's what you do. All plays don't score. Sometimes you just want to pick up a couple yards.
It's over to Welker. What a hit, and the ball is dropped.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit.
That ball has been picked off.
What a terrible job by the quarterback. Now, nobody's open. Tries to force the pass, and look, what's it turn into? An interception.
Baldwin's going to get set in the slot for this snap. And they sack the quarterback.
Pressuring the quarterback, that's what you love to do in the NFL from the defensive side. That time, they blitz. It was quick, it was fast, and they get a sack on the quarterback.
Play action. He'll throw it over the middle. Incomplete.
I think this is one of the easier throws in the NFL. Don't make the mistake throwing it up the field. Throw it across the field so the receiver can run to it. That time, the quarterback leads the receiver way too far on the post route.
And he's almost intercepted.
This defense you're playing against, they're pretty good. So it's fourth down near midfield. Punt the football.
No return. The ball's coming out to the 20. Dreesen's shifted from tight end to a receiver in the slot. Looks to his left. That's Peyton hitting Joe Dreesen with that pass.
When you get aggressive safeties who like to get up there and try to stop the run, the post route is an awesome way to take advantage of that. Go down the field 10 to 12 yards, plant that outside foot, run towards the goalpost. Nice throw by the quarterback. Good job by the receiver, running into that defense through the zone, finding the open space and making a nice catch.
Halftime is coming up, but first we reach the 2-minute warning. Welker's lined up in the slot. Reaches out and grabs it.
This play you see a lot in the NFL now. It's called a drag route, going across the field. Good job by the receiver, outrunning the defensive back, and a good throw by the quarterback.
Welker's a receiver in the slot. And he's taken down.
Quarterback's got to know when it's inside of 2 minutes and that clock is moving, you want to get the football down the field and out of bounds. Holds on to the football too long, gets the sack, and that just kills the time management.
Set up, return. Here he goes. They bring him to the turf. First down here from the gun. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Rocks him with that hit, and the ball's going to fall incomplete.
Good anticipation that time by the defender. He gets to the receiver just as the football's arriving, and he makes a beautiful hit to knock the football loose. Well, that's a nice completion by the offense. And what it does, it just puts them in a more manageable situation so they can pick up that third down.
The Broncos lined up in the nickel. Wilson standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
Hey, nice route by the wide receiver that time. Good throw by the quarterback. It reminds me of the days with the Miami Dolphins. Paul Warfield running those corner routes, and Bob Greasy putting it right on target. When you see zone defenses, throw it into the open spaces. That's what the quarterback did that time. Good job by the receiver running in there and making the catch.
Russell Wilson will take it from the gun. That pass was hurried. Baldwin's in the slot. On 2nd and 10. Throws to the right. Caught.
Nice job by the quarterback, finding the open guy short. They get the completion. They still do not get the first down, though.
The offense needs 10 yards here on 3rd down after that last completion. 3rd down and 10.
Don't see enough of this in the NFL anymore. The out route. Everybody's afraid to throw it. They want all those little safe dink and dunks inside. But that is a nice throw and catch by the quarterback and wide receiver.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Good job that time by the offense, scoring that touchdown and putting them ahead. And when you get ahead in a football game, the National Football League, it makes you relax and you play better.
Seahawks ready here for the kickoff. This kick will stay on the ground, avoiding a big return. And he is tackled at the 44. First down, offense readying for the snap. Launching it deep.
Ball's picked off.
Fakes out the defender right there on the spot. That does it for the first half. Broncos trailing this one. The Seahawks are in shape now to return the kick. This doesn't look good. We've got a player down, and he's in pain.
Always hard to guess what the injury is, and don't like to speculate, but I think it's pretty apparent. It's an upper body injury. We'll let you know when we find out. This drives coaches crazy. They get a wide receiver open down the field on a post route, and what happens? The quarterback just overthrows it.
Baldwin's lined up now as a slot receiver. Oh, almost caught. It was a jump ball, in essence, for that throw, and in the end, the defense was able to make the play and deny the completion.
In the NFL, it's always about the most physical guy wins, and that time it was a defensive player. Good job.
Someone's been injured out there. Hold on a minute.
Well, that looks like an upper body injury, Jim. I think we both can tell that. And now the question is, how bad is it? You just never know.
John Ryan will be called on to send this one down the field. Holiday from the 22. And out to about the 33. Welker's going to get set in the slot for this snap. Manning's going to take the snap from the shotgun. It's incomplete. The defender had it for a moment, but could not pick it off cleanly. Nickel formation here for the defense. It's over to Welker. And he's tackled at the 30-yard line.
When you're behind in a football game, all you can do on the offensive side is just go out there and thinking about making plays and picking up first downs. Good job by the offense.
First down following the long play. Looking to go up top again on first down. Oh, should have had it.
These receivers in the NFL, they are so good now. Anytime you see a drop pass, it's almost always the one reason. They took their eyes off the football before it got there.
Almost intercepted that time.
That time, the man-to-man coverage won. The quarterback had to make a perfect throw. He didn't. Incomplete pass.
Welker's lined up in the slot.
Snap back to the quarterback. Out of the gun.
That catch, good for a first down.
Jim, when you get inside the other team's red zone, inside the 20-yard line, and you're down some points, you're thinking touchdown in these situations.
First and 10.
Batted down at the line.
Good job by the linebacker. Just watching the quarterback, reading his eyes. He made the move at the right time, and he knocked the pass down.
Nickel formation for the defense here.
Manning from the gun. At it for a moment, but the ball is knocked out, incomplete.
Good timing by the defensive player that time. He gets to the receiver just as the football is getting there and makes the hit, knocks that football loose.
Sticks to his hands. A tackle that had to be made. That'll set up fourth down.
You know, as a quarterback, sometimes you got to trust that arm and throw the football past the first down marker. There were guys open, but no, he takes the safe route, throws it short, defense makes the tackle, and here we are staring at a fourth down. That was good hold, good kick, 3 points. Good job by the offense.
Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23.
The defense comes out in the nickel.
First and 10.
The defense gets the sack.
This defense is awesome at blitzing. That time they blitz, they get the sack on the quarterback. They time the snap count perfectly and catch the offense by surprise.
Looking for an open receiver on the right.
Could have been intercepted.
There's a difference. When you play zone, you drop back and you watch the quarterback and you react to the football. When you're playing man-to-man, all you're worried about is where that receiver goes. You try to shadow him, look for the football, and try to make the play. Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? Third and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
Wants to give it a go here.
Picks up about 8.
It's first down as they head to the line.
Manning's back in shotgun formation.
Oh, that could have been intercepted, but he couldn't hold on.
Just stick the football on him. When you see a receiver run a route like this, they're going to the corner, drive it, going on a line drive, so that way there can't be a mistake.
Peyton able.
No one's going to get him now. The 10, touchdown.
Good job on that touchdown. That puts them ahead, and it's always, of course, better to be ahead than behind.
Count it.
The Seahawks looking for a big return and hoping to find a way to regain the lead. Scores 17-14.
Matt Prater is ready to run up and kick this football.
And they stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19.
Offense lines up here. Play action. Almost intercepted.
Well, you want to put all the pressure on the quarterback to make really good throws down the field. Play tight man-to-man coverage. It takes perfect throws to get completions. Not there that time.
Second attempt. Going across the middle.
Good job that time by the quarterback. Throw the short pass, even though it doesn't result in a first down. Now on third and short, all of your passes are in play instead of just the third long where you only have like 3 or 4 plays you can go to.
3rd and 5.
That pass play picks up the first down.
Well, I think we've heard this expression about 7,000 times. It's a passing league, so we all know that. So you got to be able to throw the football and pick up some first downs.
First and 10.
Looking to the right side and throwing. And gets the first down.
Nice catch that time by the wide receiver on the slant route. Quarterback puts it right on target.
Setting up in the pistol on this play. Looking across the middle. Incompletion on that hurried throw. The quarterback coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. Tackles made.
Oh, we got us a nice drive going here, Jim. Another first down. They are just making one solid play after another and just marching down the field.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here. It's Bailey with the pick. Breaks free. That'll stop the play right there. This satisfying defensive replay is brought to you by Snickers. Hungry for victory? Snickers satisfies. Welker's a receiver in the slot. That's a two-point safety, and that means you also have to send the ball back to the other team with a free kick at the 20. Looking to make a difference. And he's tackled right at the 30-yard line after that return. Baldwin's in the slot. Wilson from the shotgun. Challenging the defenders to the right side. It's Bailey with the pick. And he's brought to the ground.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
Thomas is lined up now as a slot receiver. And the quarterback is taken down.
Well, you see it all the time. When the offensive line can't stop the defensive pass rush, then you have your running backs hit a defensive lineman before they go out for the pass.
And he's going down again.
Well, we know one thing. If you're a defensive tackle, you got power. And it was on display that time. Wonderful job by the big fella, busting through there and getting the sack on the QB.
It's a safety. Under fire all day. He's got a chance to return this one. And he's taken down right at about the 29, not quite to the 30. The Seahawks in the pistol. First and 10. Quarterback drops back, play action. Tate's got the cool hands on a pass that had a lot of heat.
Need the momentum on your side. You got a lead here in the second half. Nice play that time. You pick up the first down. Let's see if you can take advantage of it.
Wilson still has it after some nifty play action.
Hard to throw over some of these linebackers in the NFL now. They got such good size. You try to throw over them. Here's what happens. These big guys will knock it down.
Baldwin's going to get set in the slot for this snap. He had it, but the hit jars the ball loose.
That's interesting. As you watch the receiver trying to make that catch, he knew the defender was close, so he didn't put all of his heart into it. The defender made a nice hit and knocks the football out to the ground. When you can't hit the quarterback or put pressure on him, there's not much you're going to get done then. That time, quarterback had time and throws it down the field for another completion.
Just had to avoid the sack. Incomplete. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Wilson's going to take it from the gun. Hauls it in for the first down. 2 minutes to go in the second half.
Another first down by the offense. The defense is definitely getting fatigued. And when you get fatigued, you cannot think, so look out.
First and 10. Wilson sells the play fake and looks downfield. Gain of 17.
Nice throw that time by the quarterback in the red zone. Gets a completion. And there's some tight spots, not a lot of room, so you got to really drive the football in there.
He's looking to the right here on this throw. And you can see how they fared in the red zone to this point, which is brought to you by Verizon. defensive front looks impenetrable here on the goal line. Brings it in for the score in the end zone.
What a throw by the quarterback for a touchdown. It was just really nice. He threw it beautifully, right on target. Touchdown.
The Broncos back deep, ready to receive. Bringing the play to an end. Now on first down. Manning's got it in the gun. Throws to the right. Very nearly intercepted. The defense comes out in the nickel. Peyton Manning from the shotgun. Looking for an open receiver on the right. The tackle's going to be made, but he's beyond the first down marker.
You know, when that football was coming towards him in the air, he knew if he caught it, he was going to take a big hit. Well, you know what? Good thing he caught it, because if he'd have dropped it, he still was going to take a big hit. Nice catch by the receiver.
And that was a battle for the football, Phil. That time, the defense won out incomplete.
Yeah, nice job, Jim, that time by the defensive back, just being aggressive and making sure the receiver could not make the catch. Terrible job by the offensive line. Your quarterback needs more time than that. Another incompletion.
Third down and 10. The Broncos now move the chains, and they advance the ball onto the other side of the field.
I see quarterbacks, even in high school now, trying these back shoulder throws. So think how good the pros are at it. They are good at it. That's the answer. Nice back shoulder throw that time by the quarterback on the post route.
That's over to Welker, and almost picked off. Play number 6 coming up on this drive.
Second down and 10.
It's over to Welker. He's got the grab, and he's got the first.
Zone defense doesn't work in the NFL like it used to. Good job by the quarterback reading that zone and finding the open guy.
Kings lined up in the slot. Manning standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Tammy's in the slot receiver role for this upcoming snap. Second and short.
Touchdown. That'll close the gap.
What a tremendous throw by the quarterback that time for the touchdown. What confidence he has in that arm. Small window, very little room to throw that football in there. He didn't worry about it, fired it, got the touchdown.
So they give up the touchdown, but they do not allow the two-point play.
Yeah, good job that time by the defense. So quick and so ready for that play. They reacted very fast. That's why they stopped it.
That kick came right at him, and it looks like the receiving team has recovered. First down coming up. Wilson's play action. Von Miller gets to the quarterback. For the first time ever, the Super Bowl has been won by the Seattle Seahawks. The Lombardi Trophy is headed to the Great Northwest. You were the first to ever say, after a Super Bowl victory, I'm going to Disneyland. Now, what about these players on the field here today?
I know you'll find this amazing. I did it without cue cards. I memorized that, and it was awesome. It was a great feeling. So many times from this quarterback, Jim. The play of today's game, it's just another nice throw by the QB. He has a beautiful throw in motion. If guys get open, he puts it right on the money.
the Lombardi Trophy triumphantly. What a season it's been for them, and no better way to top it off than with a Super Bowl victory. Truly a special moment. For Phil Simms and all the crew, I'm Jim Nance. Stay tuned for the post-game wrap-up show, and we'll see you next year here on EA Sports.